You know what it is. Eagles way of boxing. Yeah, 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 yeah. Up in this Eagles way up. What? What? Up in Eagles way of boxing. What? What is it? What's this Wednesday? Good after Wednesday. Afternoon, good morning, good evening, good late night, wherever you from, wherever you at. Salute to all of y'all. Salute. And much love out to Lala D. She said her son there. She got the heart so good, said listening but can't type. Yeah, I know how that work be. You know, I like working or driving. One of the two. You got to be safe at both. You know what I mean? Be safe at both of them. But anyway, any of you guys, I'll probably make a couple of announcements. If you go to my shirt shop or something like that, make sure you make more than one choice and check and see the availability of stuff that I have in there. So that way we won't have to be refunding and changing up and stuff like that. Always leave me a note. Just leave a note, and I'll get it. You know, just leave a note. If you don't know anything about my store outside of boxing, if you don't know anything about it, then you have to give me an email, because I don't put it up in here. I'm not gonna put it. I don't put it up in here for a reason. You know, sometimes you got idiots or something like that. But as a matter of fact, sometimes the link is just it's hard to, it doesn't allow you to follow it. But let me see. I'll just try it this once. It's early in the show. Why not? We'll just try it once. Yeah, I could always put it. I try to keep things separate, and maybe it makes it harder on myself. And maybe I shouldn't have things as separate as I do, but that's just the way I roll. That's just the way I do it. Anyway, let's put it up in there, see if it's up in there. There we go. So I'm at the Spotify. Let's check it out. Yeah. And that's how it is. So I'll put it up there. Y'all sir know I don't usually put stuff up like that. I don't usually put up too much. Yeah. I'm trying to see what's going. Okay, let's see. Y'all sir. Y'all sir hit me with my thumbs up. I don't know. Somebody look like I'm missing some thumbs up. I don't know what's going on. I don't know why I'm missing thumbs up. The minimum amount of thumbs ups that I should have is 3, 4, something like that. That's the minimum. I don't know. Y'all gotta hit the thumbs up on your way in. Before you start hitting that live button, which you gotta hit live. Don't hit top chat. Yeah, we've been in these nice temperate temperatures. Temperate. I'll use the two T's. Temperate. Yeah, it's been nice and hot here. You know, I got an art show outside, and it's gonna be probably about 100 degrees. I don't think I've never set up for art in that. Well, actually, I have, but I was I was a guest, so I didn't have as many things. I was, hosting with somebody else. But that's still when that heat is like that, it's like, whew, whew. Boy, my little aunt, man, she sets up. She's serious about her. She bring air conditioners outside. You ever see the outdoor air conditioning? She got air conditioning set up and everything. She's like, I'm not gonna sit here and suffer. So she gonna spend the money and get the air and all that. I just don't like to have too much stuff. I'm compact. I like to have everything compact. Yeah, we'll cover some things though. One thing I don't like fighters just trolling. And I'm gonna get on Keith. I'm gonna stay on Keith every time I catch him, like trolling. He just trying. I don't know what he's trying to do. He acting like a little kid now, which I don't understand. Why is a grown man? Why is he acting like a child now? Because you don't need to tell people, like, you don't need to tell Earl or anybody that, after you got beat up by Pacquiao, you just lost. You didn't get obliterated. You just lost. But now you're talking about how hard his fist of stone and all. Get out of here, man. Stop it. Stop it. Who are you trying to throw some fear into? Like, you the only one. You trying to sell yourself on your bravery against Pacquiao. But guess what? A lot of people fought Pacquiao. I didn't hear nobody else say it. That means you got some issues that we're going to talk about today that I didn't even know about because I read about what you said later. So we're going to try to have a regular show today, hopefully. Regular time. You know, it's hard for us to have regular time. We always end up staying a little bit. But we'll try to get out. Many things to do today. But Keith running his mouth and, talking about, oh man, he felt like bricks when he hit you and stuff like that. Nobody said that. Adrian Broner never said it. Floyd Mayweather never said it. I think Floyd said the hardest punch he hit him with was in the leg or something like that. Oh, I might have them confused, different fighters, but it is what it is. Nobody else said nothing. Shane Mosley didn't say nothing. And he got such bricks, but he ain't put nobody out in, 10 years? 8 years, whatever it is. Since, 2012? But everybody, I'm tired of this, man, so it's going to look bad. You guys are forcing him. If he's paying attention to what the fans are saying, you guys are forcing Manny to do something that I think Manny shouldn't do. And that's just try to go in there and try to kill Earl. I think will be the biggest mistake he's ever made. And that's it seems like a lot of you fans want that to happen. And a lot of you boxers want that to happen. Because Keith is doing nothing but trolling. I don't know nothing about your contract that you got set up right now. What's your next contract? Yeah. But you see the topic, you see what we're talking about today. We're talking about the YouTuber takeover and stuff. I don't like it. And I'm going to fight, as best I can, diligently against any of these fighters. If they decide to get in a regular ring with a professional fighter. All this off to the side stuff, it's a distraction, but it's all free enterprise. So we can't get mad at that. But when you're starting to see, it's starting to come clear now. I'm starting to see that the names that these two in particular, these Paul brothers or whatever, I see what they're trying to do. So they're trying to make mockery of the biggest names. Because one of them wants to fight Mike Tyson. So here's where it's going to go wrong. Where it's going to go wrong is when you start picking on bigger people like the Mike Tysons and Lennox Lewis's and stuff like that. You're looking at somebody who's your size but knows how to maneuver in the ring and knows how to push you off and get you off and, make you run into something big. That's the difference. Now, you might have been able to play survival with Floyd Mayweather. You could play survival with him because he's smaller. A lot of people could probably play survival with him. A heavyweight could play, that has hardly any boxing skills, can play, survivor in a ring with Mayweather if he allows you to. That's because of your weight and everything else. He has to move too much weight. Now, if he can gut you, get a good body shot off on you a couple of times to where you're not used to it, then you might not be able to hug and hold. But the reason you can hug and hold is because he's not really trying to, maneuver you off of him and that heavy weight on him. And you got to think about all that heavy weight and you still couldn't do nothing. Because you see during the fight, there was no, like I said, I mentioned this, what does boxing come to? I got to talk about stuff like this. So I was mentioning that there was absolutely 100% no game plan. There was 100%. For Paul, there was no game plan whatsoever. Besides surviving, holding on and surviving. Everything was pre-hype and hype. But as soon as he got in there, you could see it was nothing but, I'm big, I can't afford to get knocked out. That's all it was. Too prideful, because he talked like, he's going out on his shield. Like, I don't care, I got nothing to lose. Okay, well, you got nothing to gain if you're going to just hold on. And because, see, that the thing about it, the boxing public, like the real fans, we see that. But anyway, back to Yasser Hussein. Let me salute him out, because I don't even know if I saluted him out. Him and Derek, baby. Salute to the brothers up in here. Yep. Yeah, Lala she cannot write back. But thank you for saluting out to I'll tell it. Anyway, hello at Lala D. That come from Yasser Hussein. And then Derek Beatty says salute at Eagles Way of Boxing. And then Derek Beatty, peace to Queen at Lala D. Yeah. And then Derek Beatty salute at Yasser. Yeah. I actually put my link up in here this time, y'all. I got shortchanged. I don't know. I got shortchanged on my likes already. How am I getting shortchanged on my likes? Stop it. Don't shortchange me on my likes. Yeah. But we're going to cover, hopefully I can get out of here. But we're going to cover, I just want to put something up. This is a little bit of fun today. So I'm going to make y'all laugh. So you guys will laugh for sure. I will see crying faces up there. So even if I don't really try, even if I don't try to, just because of what I got in store, you guys are gonna end up laughing. But it's actually serious business. These YouTubers got to stop, and mostly stop with the, like, if you want to do all mixed athletes and y'all want to go on Rumble and you get paid for it, I'm all for it. But like I said, it's still up to them, because it's all free enterprise. They can do what they want to. But I just don't like them dragging names. Because I even heard Roy Jones's name. I mean, come on now. You start picking on, okay, now if you get to guys that's 50, that's one thing. Like I said before, there's a handful of guys at 50 that will still kill you. As a matter of fact, George Foreman, I don't know how old George Foreman is, what, 60s or something? Maybe even 70. George Foreman will still knock you the hell out. And he haven't even trained. You can go in there with 2-minute rounds on an exhibition with George for 4 rounds. And see how well that goes for you. Oh, he's big and slow. He's an old grandpa, man. See how well that works for you. See how well that works for you. While you think you can keep messing with certain people. There's a group of people that are just different. Matter of fact, if I look at Eubanks Senior, he doesn't look like he can't take care of himself. And he has a son that's boxing, you know what I mean? So it's like certain people, like you could pull certain people out and you know that they're already gone, they punch drunk and everything, that's different. But some of these guys still got their faculties and they still train. Because once you're a training athlete, the one thing about boxers train almost until the end. That's what a lot of people don't understand that. Even if you think they're all fat and all that, they're looking like they're out of shape, they still working on that hand and eye coordination, all that. That's what they do. It's not like any other sport. Anything that's a pugilistic sport, martial arts and all that, a lot of times these guys, they do this until their last day, till they can't move anymore. Until they can't move anymore, they still hitting that heavy bag. I don't care if it's once a week, once every couple of weeks, they still in there. So for you idiots to think you're going to just keep taking on these guys, you got to realize these guys always train. They just have a good day. Oh, let me go. I feel like hitting the bag today. Let me go get that bag. They get up and start hitting that bag. And it get good to them, they start doing it every day. Before you know it, they're on that rope. And before you know it, they in great shape. It's just like with Evander Holyfield. Evander Holyfield, you don't think that he's ever laid off for a whole year or something. Don't think that in your mind. He has a very high metabolism. He wouldn't have the weight that he has if he wasn't training. He has to be doing something, because he would have wasted away to nothing. He would have went all the way back down to probably light heavyweight, because he's not naturally a big guy like that with high metabolism, sweating a lot, always, real muscular and stuff like that. Those type of guys, They keep going. So you guys, you keep calling the people. You're going to end up calling the wrong one. And Chad Dawson almost found that out. The guy, he was fighting an old fighter, but the guy was an MMA fighter and also a street fighter. And Chad made one big mistake, is he didn't get back home in time after his punch. And that's why he got knocked down. But see, this guy wasn't a great guy, see? And he got that counter off. You see what I mean? So one of these other guys, they're going to get a counter off, and it's not going to be so lovely. It's not going to be so lovely for you YouTubers to get in there with one of these guys that got cat-like reflexes. It's like me. I got real good reflexes. I'm not talking about boxing. I'm saying I just have real good reflexes, and that was something that was given to me. Everybody have something. Some people got the Samson type strength. Some people have reflexes. People have all kinds of stuff, man. Some people have the eyesight. They can see shit that can't nobody see. And that's what you got to see. When you're doing your research, you're not researching that. You're researching based on chronology, based on age. That's what you're doing. Yep. Yeah. Oh, Lala in here. Lala said, I'm back. She said, I got interrupted, shaking my head. Now I got to go back to the beginning. She said, damn, I'm 20 minutes behind. Yeah. Yeah, you don't worry. You'll catch up. Your name's in there. I had to mention Lala a couple of times. Yep. But yeah, but she's going to have fun when she gets up to the one part or whatever. Yeah. Yeah, if you don't stay tuned, of course you're gonna fall behind. Just a little bit in Eagles Web, but that's okay because I still speak fast, I talk fast, and that's it. I talk fast, I'm not shifty, I'm not shady or nothing like that. I'm not snake-like, my skin is not gonna shed like that. And I'm not gonna have a whole new skin and still be the same snake. Nothing like that. But we come in here all the time. When we come in here, it's about the respect and it's about grown folk. That's what it's about. It's about grown folk. It's not about the childish stuff. Even though we do play. We could be children. You're always a child, to be honest. And that's that's based on the fact if you're under the same understanding that you just didn't pop out of thin air, then you understand that you can't be anything but a child because children only live to be about 100 at the most. That's children. They're children today. Yeah. Adulthood is supposed to start. I don't know. The real adulthood don't start until you get 200 or 300 years old. But that's something different. That's a whole different era. He said, no, he's not going to try to throw the religions on me. I ain't said nothing about no religion. You guys better realize. I'm going to put it to you real simple because a lot of people don't understand this. So I'll put it to you real simple. If I feed, say for instance I have a dog. And all I feed my dog is potatoes. How long do you think he's going? How long you think he'll live? Versus a dog that gets all the food that he needs. How long you think he'll live? Okay. You don't get that one. Okay. Say for instance, so now I have another animal. So I said dog first, right? Make it more extreme. I got a pet lion. All he eats is plums. How long is he gonna live? Eating nothing but plums. Okay, look at Lala blowing up my whole chat. She said, "Y'all, sir." She put the heart up in the glove. Yep. And then Derek Bailey. She hit you back, Derek. She got the heart in the glove. She said, "Oh my God, sorry, just thumbed up." Okay, I got. She said, "I'm caught up. We'll catch what I missed later." There you go. I'm just getting into it, so I don't. The only thing I had was my link that I put up there. That's it. I don't know if you guys still got. Is the link still up there, or is it disappeared? That's the only thing it has is to my shirt shop. My brother, y'all sir, hit me up today about it. Derek hit me up about it, so I made sure I gave him. I went to the store and then grabbed the link from the store and then just copied that. Because how you gonna not find it then? It shouldn't copy wrong. You know what I mean? So that's what I did. That's what I started doing. When somebody wants the link, I just copy it and then paste it. because I don't want them to run into dead ends like Derek did. But then again, I think I wrote something wrong on his. So, but we're all good. But you YouTubers, you guys have got to stop this, because you're not running boxing, but you're just making, I don't know, I mean, a good word, clownery out of boxing. You won't do that with no other sport, but boxing you disrespect. And we try to big up boxing, because boxing, there has been a lot of people to fall because of boxing. Leaders of countries have actually had to bow their head because of certain fighters winning fights against their so-called best fighters, like the second match between Smelling and Joe Louis. You see, and a lot of these what they call third world countries, which I don't know how we got three worlds, but anyway, the poorer countries, somebody will go and win like a big match with them, and it'll be just wonderful for them. The whole country celebrates. There's money. It brings money because usually the champ will bring money. Even Manny Pacquiao did the same thing in the Philippines. You know, he's giving out money and stuff. I don't know if he gave away so much money that's why he's fighting. But we're going to see. What's another thing I saw in that? Yeah, I was covering the Keith again. Keith in the news and stuff. Keith looks so funny. I don't know why his hairstyles. He changed his hairstyle. He don't have the ponytail no more. He just got his hair up. It's about an inch long or something like that. I don't know. He's just trolling. He's just terrible. He's terrible at trolling. Trying to scare people. Oh, yeah, man, he hit so hard. Yeah, but why you still standing? Oh, get out of here, man. It's not, and like I said, just like Floyd Mayweather said, it's not the hardest puncher. You know, it's not the biggest guy. It's what's going to pay the bills when these two fight is going to be the skill. That's what's going to pay the bill, baby. But anyway, let's get into this other part. We'll talk about Charlo maybe a little bit more. I know people are still going to pick on Charlo, but yeah, Triple G, if you're still in the division, get your ass in there and fight him. Derek Bailey, tell him what to do. Get your ass out there and fight. Triple G and all, and who else wants something? Demetrius wants something. Then, you know, you guys know what to do, man. Stop it. People come in here and ask me a question, and I write it down or I tell them. That's all it is when it comes to this fighting. Just make the match. Just get those numbers together, man. You guys are embarrassing yourself, and we can't do nothing about it. All the fans can do is sit back and just shake our head. That's all we can do is just go, oh my God, I can't believe this. You got YouTubers making more money than you guys. You guys still fighting over somebody. Get in there, just sign the damn contract, and get your ass out there and fight. That's all it is to it. But we still got your brother coming up, and hopefully he's successful. I think he will be. All he did was learn a little bit from your mistakes, and so he ain't gonna he's gonna throw his hands. You just gotta throw your hands more because you got good hands. Actually, he's faster than. Actually, Charlo's a lot faster than what I thought he was. When he did that little shoe shot, I'm like, oh, he's pretty quick. I'm like, why he should be doing that all the time? All he should be doing is hitting him with that jab and then boom, 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 you know, and piece him up. As we can see him on the screen, but we're gonna change that screen right now, though. Bam, laughter time. Here we go. Boom. So, what we have here depicted, just so y'all know. Yeah, I got to cover some of my boxes up. So when you always talk about these, we'll talk about these disease, like we'll talk about the brittle chin disease and those type of things. So what we have to understand is parts. Now this is just my point. Yep. Yeah, so right here, so these are points, and this is not, I don't want nobody accusing me, because a lot of times I get accused, well, I have been accused before, you practicing medicine and all that. No. So these are points that, this is normally, not like a normal skull right here. This is what would happen, is you see X marks the spot. And you know that's around that temporalis, that little thin temporalis. Now, the reason I put the X there, and I'm gonna get with Lala first. Then I get back to this. But I'll tell you this. The reason the X is there is because this is the normal spot where, a lot of the concussions and a lot of the damage happens. And we're going to talk about that. The reason that happens is right there. That's the spot. That's like the sweet spot. That's the sweet spot. When in where you see those little circles, green circles, that is not the, and I don't know if you can see, you might be able to see, two? It's two spots up there. I thought I had three. But anyway, there's two spots up there. And those spots, those are goals. If you do get hit in the head, that's where you want to get hit. Because somebody can break their hand from hitting you up there. That's the forehead. Just leave it at forehead. And that's the hardest part in the skull. So that's hard. When you hit somebody in the forehead, you ain't doing nothing. Yeah, some fighters used to be tapping on their forehead, like, come on. And they just like headbutt right into your hand. And watch out for those kind of fighters. If you fight somebody like that, don't hit them in the head. Because what they're trying to do is they're trying to make you break your hand. Especially if they're bending into it and pointing at the head, like, go ahead. Free shots. If they do that, don't do that. That's the setup. They're going to break your wrist, and then you ain't going to have nothing to throw. Anyway, right there. Lala D said, good point to Cynthia. She said, the book's committee of 300 in our silent weapons for quiet wars talk about how the wicked Freemasons elite developed third world countries. They threaten independence. That's it. That's how they. And matter of fact, this when they got here, that's the label they gave even before that. Is they wouldn't use the word. They wouldn't use the word third. They wouldn't use that. Like they would just call you like they would just act like you didn't exist. Oh, like they discovered. Anytime you hear them discovered something, in other words, what they're saying is we're interested. You understand? We're interested. In other words, we're interested in taking over that. You feel? We're kind of interested in taking over that. We know you're interested in taking over that. Yeah. But that's exactly what it is. We're interested in taking over it. Yes, countries to take handouts and not have their own electricity so that they could be considered dependent. And electricity and all that stuff, the way it is today because of science, is so easy. Matter of fact, some of these people are just stepping up. They just learning because a lot of these people in these what they call third, fourth world or whatever, they are so smart that they just look at stuff and they just start putting it together. So it's not like they can't do, because they can do. Huh? Some of these places are prime places where they can have geothermal. Some of these places are prime places where they have wind, so they can have wind accelerators or wind generators. I don't really like the water, so none of that. All of them have sun, so all of them can run off of solar. All you had to do, even if you didn't give them to them, or they can get the materials and the plans, they could do it themselves and become more industrialized. Since that's where we're at right now, we can't go backwards right now because that's where we're at. So I'm not suggesting that. Of course, I would like to live without all this stuff, but this is where we're at right now, and so this is where we live. So that's just what it is. But Lala makes great points, and she puts her quotations in there too. That's right. She's smart. She's doing that's like her quote. That's almost like her her works cited. So it has like her works cited page right there. Yep. I can send you the exact quote from the book. Yeah. Hey, I'll take it. Just send it to me. Hey, you know my email. Everybody knows my email. Just hit me up. I don't think you hit me in the email for a while, so it's about time I get an email from you. Okay, but back to the chittets. So that spot where the X is, and I put this this is a normal person. We'll just assume this is a normal person. And what happens is you hit that spot, and that's a bingo spot. Even though you have something in there that protects your brain, your brain is actually inside of a sack. It's like inside of a bag with fluid. It's actually inside of a bag. And that is called the dura mater. Dura, meaning that it's strong, tough. And Mada is just like I said, just like Mada is like with the T and the D is those are with languages those are interchangeable. So if you say Mada, it's like saying mother. If you say Mata, it's like saying the same thing. Tough mom, tough mother, madre, mama. Anything with the ma that comes from mama, Mother Earth, even Mother herself, that comes from. And then you break it down even further, as far as like the mom, everybody knows that comes from the mammaria, the memory, or the breast. That's where it all comes from. But back to the point, that X, that's the spot. That is the on a normal person that would be a knockout spot right there, usually. Now, if somebody gets caught somewhere else, if you get knocked out in the forehead, it's time probably to quit. That means you've been cracked. Matter of fact, Stavern got knocked out with a forehead shot the first time. He went down, but as you see, he recovered. But in the Wilder second fight, but you should never get knocked down by getting hit in the forehead. Now, at the bottom, we got the chin. And so if you get that chin check, I put a lot of yellow there. That's cautionary for everybody. It's cautionary because we don't know if it is crackable or not. Yeah, we don't know if it's crackable or not. Come on, Lala D don't know much. Really? Derek Beatty didn't put it down? Let me put it down. I'm surprised. Lala D don't have my email. My email is so easy. Shit, what's your email again? Okay. Watch. Yep. We're always down for information, Lala. I got so many things to talk about that I can't talk about here, but my time is spent my time is just really spent up. And so it's hard. I'd like to do a Patreon or something like that, or I need to do another forum and stuff so we could talk about certain stuff. Because you got a lot of people with, and I don't want to mislabel nobody. I don't want to call people conscious or nothing like that. But what I do want to call you is, I want to call you people that's actually using open mind to understanding. Because when you use an open mind to understanding, that means you're kind of like bypassing a lot of the things that were told to you when you were younger. Is that you're rechecking them. I better check and make sure this okay. Because if they lied to you about Santa Claus and they teaching you, hey, you lie right away. And a lot of people won't look at it as being a lie, because what happens is they make lies so comfortable when you're growing up, is that you feel like some of the stuff is, they'll call it a fairy tale or fantasy or make-believe. It's all an effing lie. Now, if you want to make a story that parallels with life, now, then you could label that something else. But when you label it, it's at least label it as being true. Give it a true label. So fiction is different. Because a person goes in reading fiction already know, oh, this ain't real. See, because you already told them it's not real. But then again, you allow stuff, but we still allow stuff that's fictitious, right? Because a lot of times you start a business, when you first started, it's fictitious. That's how they listed in the newspaper. It has to be listed as fictitious. But anyway, are we digressing? No. No, we're still going forward. But like I said, if you make it popular to lie in the beginning, then what else have you lied to me about? And when did you stop lying? So if the Americas weren't even discovered, if they weren't discovered, oh, we discovered it. If they were never discovered, then what the heck, what's going on? If they weren't discovered, and you saying they are. So that means a lot of your war stories probably are not true also. A lot of your war stories, you were a bigger savage than what the savages that you're calling. There we go. So that was the normal one right there. So now we go into the next one. I think I got two of them. I think I got this second one. Let's check it out. Uh-oh. And so I had to color him up a little bit. But this one here, this is someone, this is the skull of someone. I don't know if you guys got any boxers in mind that this might remind you of. But this is the skull of somebody who shouldn't fight. Because, of course, on the side, right? Well, right there, this where we had the X at on the other side, that's a normal spot. And it's not always red. That's why I had the X on the other one. The X marks the spots. But when you got a big red right there, see how I made kind of a circle. It's not a complete circle, but I made kind of a circle. That means that is completely off limits for, when you fight. And we've seen fighters a lot of times. Now this is serious, but it's funny. But you see the fighters a lot of times where a fighter would just be heading, once they get to a certain point, then all you gotta do is tap that side of their head. And their feet just go everywhere. They don't know what to do. They start doing the duck walk and everything else. Or catch them in the chin. Now the only place that you can still catch them is in the forehead, but that's still cautionary because every once in a while they still get a little bit rattled. But most time right there, those 3 dots across the top, yeah, you're not really going to get rattled right there. You can, but use it. Now why am I talking about this? Why am I talking about that? Because we do have some fighters in there that's like that. And YouTubers, this is what you need to search for. If they're younger or whatever, if you want to make yourself look good, and I shouldn't even be throwing this out there. I shouldn't be throwing you a bone anyway, but these are the fighters that you look for. Or these fighters. But you still got to be careful because a lot of times, even though I got these points up here, you cannot pinpoint that chin, Derek Bailey. You can't always hit that Lala D. You can't always hit the chin, right? You can't usually get them right on the point. Not all the time. It's not like a guarantee. This would be, and not trying to be mean, but this would be more of the structure of like a con or something like that. And you see what I mean. Anytime con gets hit on the side of the head, that's it. Right? And that's supposed to be a nice hard part to hit. I mean, you should be able to hit that, and you should be okay. Like that should just be, like I said, it's an X there, but it's still cautionary. It has to be like a hard shot. But anything in the forehead, if you get caught, you're in trouble. That's right. That's the cautionary. Chin. And the reason the chin is because of the action. The action of the head. What happens is the head goes backwards, or you faces up into the air, and then once it does that, you got a lot more mass of your chin that's going to smash into the top of your skull. I mean, a lot more of your brain that's going to smash into the top of the skull. And a lot of times that might not cause bruising, but it causes confusion. And that's, dizziness, and then you end up down. Yeah. And that's because the shock wave had to go through, the mandible up, and so that's why, because that's a lot of pressure. I mean, you got the mouthpiece, which is like a shock absorber. So you got a shock absorber, but if your chin's just weak, you might still go. That means something else, like I said. But then if you take the shot from the front, that's a big shock absorber. Boom. So you shock absorb. Side, nothing to shock absorb. Brain goes against the side, and you go out. I guess y'all didn't laugh at this one. Y'all took this one serious. Like, oh, that's serious right there. Eagle's serious about that one. Yeah. Okay, enough on that one. I just want to show y'all the difference. So y'all understand the difference now? That's the difference. This is the chin check image. And this is like a regular image. That's like a normal boxer still doesn't want to take punches there. It's like, it's okay. The best shots you take is like in the forehead. You want to try to keep them away from the, like catching you in the chin too much, or on the side, temporalis. Yep. Around that temporal lobe. That's not what we want, baby. Yeah. So y'all, so you still came in here. I emailed you back just to let you know. I emailed you back, and D to the Bailey. I think he came through. Yeah, he came through. Yeah, D to the Bailey. I emailed you back too. I know y'all not up in my store while we trying to do a show here. Y'all up in my store? Tell the truth. They up in my store, Lala. They ain't even trying to. They not trying to pay attention to Eagle. Let me go see what they got up in the store real quick. y'all quit. Too many. Got too many boxing trolls right now. Too many boxing trolls that need to be out there fighting. And I'm tired. I'm not gonna keep putting all these. Like I said, I'm not gonna put the fighters out there a certain way. I'm just gonna tell you, hey, as a fighter, get your ass out there and fight. That's all you gotta do is get your ass out there and fight. But a lot of people don't want to get out there and fight. They rather sit at home or sit behind the camera. That's a big thing now. I mean, if you think about it, the fighters, they should have enough money to where they don't even mess with. They shouldn't be messing with the social media. It's there, but they shouldn't really be messing with it as much as, I mean, the fans, get them to mess with the social media so much, but they shouldn't even be messing with it at all. They should just leave it alone. Like, I ain't messing with no social media. For what? I don't need to. I'm about that action. I do what I do. Stupid. Really dumb. That's what it is. It's really dumb. They're just messing with it. Just leave it alone. Because you give us something else to talk about you on. You know what I mean? Because back in the day, a lot of information that we got about fighters and about athletes, about anybody, it was like some kind of a quote, slip up. Is a slip up. And I'm trying to teach you folks a little bit about the wording of stuff. When somebody says never before seen, they always say never before seen. They never said never seen before. Never before seen. They always say never before seen. Never before seen. Never before discovered or seen. Think about it. You are living in the same world. I know this is Eagles Web Boxing. I'm sorry. You're living in the same world, but the language is still the same. About, how, what, and where, and all that is still there. And if you guys make it to my site, give my logo a thumbs up, because I know y'all love my logo, man. Y'all got to love it. If you don't love it, I'll put it up in here. Shit, I'll go grab it right now and put it up on the screen, man. Let y'all, hey, look at the Eagles logo. One of them. I got a couple of them, but yeah. But y'all checked it out. Let me see. Let me see. Somebody. I got to switch screens all the time. Okay, Derek Bailey. See, look at Derek Bailey. Like, yeah, I told you. He's up in there. Derek Bailey said, I checked it out. He said, I saw the inventory. Did you see my speaker? Hey, I got a portable speaker, y'all. The Eagles Web speakers. Let me see. Derek Bailey said podcasts are paying people. So that's why, that's why I think they are getting involved. Yeah, that's true too. Though, if I get a podcast, yeah, because I'm listening to them. I don't even know what the hell diamonds and coins and stars. I don't even know what all that shit is. I don't even know how much they cost because I don't get involved with somebody's podcast or something like that. I don't get involved with shows like that. A small circle. I'm in this almost the same circle. Anybody who mess with me, I'm probably in some way I'm in their circle like that, and I'm gonna deal with the people, and I'm gonna give. To like if I can straighten it out, I give to like Marla's Corner stuff like that. I give to all the people. I give to Lala to start her show. I give to Lala. I ain't got no problem with that. I'll be super chatting all day. Like, okay, super chat from Eagle. Super chat from Eagle, because I respect the ladies when they come. To see the thing about it is I'm very harsh a lot of times on not the on guys and girls, but a lot of times it's like the girls will go like too wild and they'll just go a certain way. And this is no, I'm not picking on girls, but they will go a certain way. But then you have some that they try to have a parallel thought with a man that has that type of thinking. They'll try to think with them. They'll try not to overthink. They'll just go by what the statement is and they'll analyze it and they'll just go like this. Well, some will just try to paint a whole nother picture with it. Well, maybe it was like this, or maybe, no, stop it. You can't. Anytime you want to add a maybe to something like that, then that means your research is flawed somehow. And they teach you that. They actually teach you that this is something that we teach you, because they teach you to what they call is a debate. And so when you have a debate, that's like an argument. Salute to Sir Flame out in the house. So that's an argument. And so a lot of times I say argument, people go, oh, you ain't arguing. No, it's an argument, but it is what they call is organized when you debate back and forth. But some things are not debatable. But see, if I make the picture real big and I tell you that that's how the earth is ran right now, is on one big debate. And see, that's why you even in your lifetime you'll never get nowhere. And yes, you can get a group of people to go ahead and agree with you. But guess what? If that group never becomes large enough, then later on, after you guys are no longer around, they'll dismiss it. They'll dismiss it. They're even trying to do that. Like I said, I already brought up Black Wall Street a few times, but that's what they're trying to do. They'll try to dismiss it, and they'll try to say that other things happen and this and that. And then, like I said, once the information is not passed, the orator did not pass it and didn't stick. Like, because you got to be stern when you give out the information to the people that's after you. You got to be stern with it. Say, no, do not let nobody take that from you. They're going to fight and argue with you. And you would hope that you're passing it on to a champion, somebody who's going to actually fight, not physically fight, but just like, no, they're going to be stubborn with the real information. And that way we don't have this whole world debate, and we won't have to keep believing that it takes forever for the government to do the right thing by the people. So you have to wonder why they haven't done something that everybody, even around the world, would feel that would be, instead of just giving out holidays, why wouldn't they do something for you? You might want to look at it and see, you got to look at the whole truth of the matter. Because I know a lot of people won't want to hear this, but there were actually brown people. I'm not going to use black, but there were brown people who actually owned white slaves in America. So you might want to do a little bit better research. You might want to find out, like get the documents that were written years ago, and even listen to. I cannot. I'll find it. But there was even a part of a speech that Lincoln gave, and Lincoln was telling the truth. He was telling the truth about who the people are that live here in the United States. And it's not that he didn't have slaves and nothing like that, and that he loved, the brown-skinned people. It's just that he was a truthful, and that's what they didn't like about him. He was part of the club, but he was actually truthful. And so a lot of people that's what they didn't like about Lincoln. It's because he was truthful. Not because he freed anybody or helped, and Emancipation Proclamation, all that. None of that means anything. It does, if you look at if you read it, break it down, the word and stuff like that. Yep. It's just, you're proclaiming something. It's not like you didn't cause it. You see what I mean? Because emancipation, there's nothing to follow emancipation. There's no proclamation after emancipation. There's none. There is no word after emancipation. There is no word that follows that. And yes, you want to put something before there, you can say final emancipation or forever emancipation. You can say anything you want to. But if you can't put something after it, just learn, folks. That's all. But anyway, I got to say it, man, because Sir Flame up in here. Sir Flame said, salute to Eagles Web, salute to the chat. He said, and as always, he said, jab that like button on y'all neck. He said, don't get neck in Eagles Web boxing. That's right, baby. You know what that is. He put the 100% up there with the fire. Fire first, 100% glove. And he got those things like always, baby. In case we got to chop you down. Because if we got to chop you down, believe me, you chop. I'm going to read it all out because we don't have that much. Sir Flame says, salute to the Queen at Lala D. Sir Flame again, salute to Derek Bailey. Sir Flame again, salute at Yasser Hussein. And matter of fact, for you, all you shy people that come in and you don't salute or subscribe or whatever, you can subscribe because you're always in here. But anyway, I'm not worried about that as much as just if you do say something, just be respectful to the people that's in here. That's all. And Derek Bailey, salute at Sir Flame. Okay, Sir Flame is that y'all. So I said that already. Lala D say Sir Flame got the heart up there. Lala D said, oh wow, I didn't know that, Asante. That's right. And then Yasser Hussein says salute fam at Sir Flame, and then Sir Flame right back. See, that's new information. I hear Sir Flame. I heard, yep. So yeah. So that's the reason. So a lot. The reason they make us not like to read about him, or they make you want to read about him, but at the same time, they limited him to just like freeing slaves. You understand? That's what they limited him to. Like that's what he did, or suppose, or whatever. He had a part in it. See, and that makes you feel good. And if you're a certain color, you're like, oh, that's all I need to know. You get all arrogant and shit like that, but you better try to read about that man and find out some things about him. And don't read anything modern. Try to find the oldest shit. I told y'all that I'm trying to get you guys to get into these old. You're blessed if you have like a bookstore that sells used old ass books. Take your ass in there. You're probably gonna be stuck in there. I say when you get off of work or something like that, just relax a little bit and then go in there. Once you go in there, you're not gonna come out that damn store. You are not. If you're a reader, you're not going to come up out of there. I got to stay out of places like that because you go in there, you're not going to want to come out because you're going to be seeing all kinds of information. Just go in there with a subject in your mind. You're going to see other stuff, but don't get distracted. Go in there with a subject in your mind and go in there, because a lot of people just don't understand is that's why we have the debate. And if you understood that, the whole thing about the slavery thing is why you think nobody's getting paid? You should have been. Think about it. You can't pay us, but you can give out stimulus checks. Wait a minute now. Now you take all the money for all those stimulus checks put together, right? Give all that money back, and take the percentage of people that are actually related to somebody who was a slave, so-called. And then how many people you got to divide that money up with, and you just say that money's not there. Money's always there because you print it all damn night and day. Don't trick me, fool somebody else. There is no regulation. And if it is, somebody debate with me, give me the information of how much money the government can print, or whoever they have print the money, how much U.S. currency can be printed in one day. And you know, when you put that in there, this is how dumb the Google search is. How dumb the Google search is they're going to probably tell you the maximum amount of money that can be printed up. That's what I want to know. How much is it? If they crank it up, how much can they get out? They're not going to tell you that there's a regulatory system that's invoked that keeps them from printing or having so much money. Stop it. Stop it. It's paper. Is there a limit on how much gold the government can have? And where is all the government's gold? Oh, I didn't ask too many questions, but anyway. Sir Flame say Pac-Man about to be unified. What round is decision of how we got Super Pacquiao fan in here right now. So Sir Flame, he's about to be undisputed. What round is this gonna happen? Is it by decision, lopsided? Give us a number. 117, 113, 116, 114. 118. No, okay, can't. That's too high. I I was gonna say 118. No, that's too high. Can't give it. I'm giving you the three judges ruling: 16-14, 17-13, 15-15. Majority. If Pac beats EJ, he leaps ahead of Floyd. If Pac beats EJ, he leaps ahead of Canelo. Well, Floyd, far as accomplishments, yeah, because Floyd's only accomplishment is just, I mean, he's masterful. Don't get it wrong. And he's undefeated. That's his claim to fame. That's it. A masterful, you started off as a puncher, turned into a defensive fighter, became a masterful defensive fighter, and retired undefeated. Now, that doesn't make him the greatest, or doesn't make him TBE. Doesn't make him the best of all time. None of that. So Pacquiao he won't be the best of all time, but he will be great. Because the thing is, and I'm in trouble like a lot of other people are in trouble for doing this, and maybe we shouldn't do it. It's because we're going to take all these other errors, and when we take those other errors, we're going to we kind of weigh these fighters out. Is what would you have did against other fighters, and we just destroy these fighters today. And I know it's sad, but it is what it is, because if you understand reality is without man's manipulation, man is going to stay the same size, just like all the animals. If somebody's big in your family and you get two big people together, the kids are probably going to be big. Now, when you get two midgets together and you have two 7-footers, there's something wrong. And that's all I'm telling you. Is stop falling for this. We're getting so much bigger and stronger. Why are you getting so much bigger and stronger? You're not without chemicals. You're not. You're not going to. You're not going to. Well, you're not going to / until you discover those things that you're supposed to consume. Now, if you consume the things you're supposed to, you can actually get a little bit faster, a little bit stronger, maybe a lot. I don't know, because guess what? Even Eagle don't even know everything that you're supposed to consume, because that actually was written out of history. Because what happened, and the reason that I say written out, and I don't mean with the pen, is just that you can't do your ways anymore. See, you guys have to understand that the death toll didn't come with just animals in these wars. It don't come with just the animals and the people. It comes with their food supply. That's the biggest thing that you kill, is the food supply. And a lot of the deforestation took away a lot of the food supply. Because we used to eat stuff like a lot of the squash, and you guys already know our diet. We used to eat a lot of the squash and the onions, all the wild onions and all that stuff used to grow. But see, you kill that, and then that's it. The people go when they can't eat because of babies. Because a man can go a while. A man be like, I'm going to just keep going. He a warrior, so he going to go without the food. But the baby can't. Speaking of onion, did you know Chicago, that's native, right? Chicago? That actually means onion. Stinky ass onion, that's what it means, stinky onion. Yeah, Sir Fump said, Pac about to redefine his career, yeah. Yeah, he will redefine his career. But I'm not going to, like I said, I'm not going to put all my eggs in any basket. I'm not going to get too excited about Pacquiao, because the last thing we want to see is Pacquiao climbing the ring, and Pacquiao's 80 years old once his feet touch the ring. You don't want to see that. It's different when you put the gloves on. All the sparring is different. When you put on smaller gloves and you got somebody that you got to fight for the whole 12 rounds, everything changes. There's no timeouts and there's no headgear, and you're gonna get cracked. And I tried to show that example about the other day, and did you guys pay attention to it? The one that I had up? Let me see. Let me see if it's on this screen. I think it was on here. It might just be an image. Let me see. So I got to take. Okay, that one. Let's see if I have it. I don't know. I had it up. Oh no, I know. It's on. It was on the. It's on the other screen. Okay, I'll pull the screen up. Doesn't matter. I'll pull it up right there. Yeah, we're already here, but see. And this is not to make Surf Flame mad and nothing like that, but Surf Flame, that's the same kind of a shot. That's what Manny did. Got too comfortable and ran in and see. And that's what, I'm not saying that's going to happen, and I'm not hoping on nobody. Manny win, Manny just good. And I'll leave it like that. Manny good if he win. It's a good boxer. He's a great fighter. But, and I'm not going to count him out. Even if he lose, he's still a great fighter. But the thing about it, I'm not going to get too high on either one of them. Because boxing is something I can't trust it. I can't trust boxing. But I'm quite sure that Earl's not going to come back as a troll. Let me see what we got here. Oh, okay. Yeah. Look at a couple of knockouts, huh? Them hooks. Boom. That's how you walking in and just, you know. That's why I say a lot of these fighters, I can't put them in the same shoes with some of these other fighters, man, because the way they come in and fighting. But we wasn't supposed to see that. But anyway, let me get that out of here. Yeah, I know y'all want to see it, but no. Yeah, yeah, they want to see it. I don't even know what I had up anymore. What happened? Where my Ali at? Yeah, I always have Ali. Got to stay up there. I don't know why Ali's off the screen. That's probably who I took down. But let's get it back up. Get him in the right spot. Yeah, but I put those skulls up. Y'all remember? So that means you got to go back, Surf Flame. You got to check out the skulls. I put the skulls up there. Everybody took it so serious. Nobody couldn't cry laughing. I was laughing when I first was thinking about it. This seemed funny to me. Oh, but anyway, yeah. So Pac-Man, I said the new information I never heard. Okay, yeah. Pac-Man about to be undisputed. He said, Surf Flame said Pac about to redefine his career. Yet he go. Derek Bay said exactly, Eagle. Much as they need when they need it. There you go. That's exactly what they did. If Pac beat EJ, he leaps ahead of Floyd. So yeah, we talked about that. We just discussed that. It is what it is gonna be. I don't see all these huge. You know, he's probably ahead of Floyd on most people's cards anyway. He's ahead because he don't care. He's defying the whole thing about AIDS. That's what puts him ahead of Floyd, because he's defining that. But you still have to put these boxers. Like I said, all the boxers have their own. They're a single entity, so they all have their own single lane, so they can all share the stage. They can all share the stage as being good, great, or extreme, however we want to look at them. They just can't share this. See, you can't share the same name as somebody else. If there's one greatest, then that's what it is. It's one greatest. You can't be a greatest too. You can be good, super good. Excellent. What's wrong with excellent? Excellent fighter. Excellent. Because there's a lot to. Matter of fact, no fighter actually, even though we call Ali great, no fighter has actually has never hit excellent. Even if you're 50-0, you haven't hit excellent. Because excellent would be 50-0 with 50 first round knockouts. No matter who you fought. That's excellent. There you go. Never been down. Nobody ever landed a punch on you. That's excellent. So that's extreme. So we use words a lot of times that we use extreme words because think about it. When you get an excellent, if you did a paper, if you was in grammar school, you did a paper and you got excellent on there, how many mistakes did you make? Huh? How many mistakes did you make if you got excellent? And we just throw these words out there, oh, he's an excellent fighter. None. Yep. Yep. Derek Bay said, yeah, that's also. Sir Flavor said, you, he put the UD down there. Derek Bay said, right, Ricardo Lopez retired 50-0. So, do you hear about him? Was he still putting himself out there in the news? I don't know exactly how many undefeated fighters we've had, but I would say it's not a whole lot, but it's a lot, probably more than what people think. It's in double figures for sure. It's in double figures. So that's not like a that's not something that's gonna solidify you as being just great or excellent. Because to me, excellent is better than great. Excellent means there was no problems with nobody. There's no problem. If I gave you an assignment and you did excellent, I said that's excellent. That means you had no problems on there. What you don't want to get is that 4-letter word. The one starts with the F. And it's not the F word, but it is a F word. The fair. You don't want to get fair, oh, he's fair. You don't want to get that as an assessment. Just fair. Sir Flame said he might do Earl like he did Margarito. It's two different people. Earl Spence would obliterate Margarito. Worse than Pacquiao. No, he didn't. He went away gracefully. There you go. And that's what happened to these fighters. They go away gracefully. Let's just take a look at it, Derek Bailey. I don't know if you guys got it pulled up, but y'all give me a second. Let's see if we can pull it up. Because like I said, you know me, I don't keep information. I just know where to find information. So y'all just hold on a second. And we'll see what we can get. We're gonna do the regular such and such search, the Google search. Yeah. And another thing, when I tell you this, is that all of these. Now I'm gonna tell you. I'm just gonna tell you some, just like what Derek was saying. But this is these are all the champions. So we'll say champions. So Terry Marsh, and that's one. This is what we call like the championship reign. So in championship reign that you went undefeated. So this is just championship reign. Yeah. And then, so that's the first one. And then Harry Simon. I don't know why I get these names. And I guess it's, I never heard of this guy, Paichit. That's his name, Paichit. His name is Paichit Sitbang Prakan. That's his name. Paichit Sitbangatron. Bangpatron. Chan. Chan. Huh? You want to say it better? Sitbang. Sitbang. Sit. That's what it does. I'm saying exactly how it's spelled. Sitbangprachan. Sitbang Prachan. I told you, man. It don't sound right, but hey, they just flyweight. You know, I don't keep up none of those. Oh yeah, I forgot. And Jai Wo Kim. Another one of those another one of those lighter guys, bantamweight. Mihai Liu, and believe it or not, Mihai Liu is out of Romania. Mihai Liu. Don't that sound Chinese to you? And he was undefeated. Jimmy Berry, we're gonna get to your champ though. Jimmy Berry, and a lot of these guys, like I said, a lot of these guys were a little bit, a little smaller too, though. Some of them. Yeah. But the only difference between this guy, he didn't have no losses, but he got 10 draws. Yep. Dmitry Pirog, and this is recent. So he's more recent because he was WBO, so it's more recent. And Jack McAuliffe, yep, same thing. He had a bunch of draws though, but he was way, way back in the 1800s. So this is an elite club, but you really don't. The only one you really hear about, somebody put down the one that you really hear about. Undisputed, not undisputed, but undefeated champions in the U.S. This, put down the name that I'm thinking of right now. I'll see if somebody knows what I'm talking about. The only one that they always mention, and I got 5 more I'm going to mention just on this, Edward Valero. Yep. And that's more modern day. 7 Oatke. And that's kind of modern. Yep. And that's super middleweight. Joe Kazagi. And you guys know about him already. You guys know he's super middleweight too. And then Ricardo Lopez, who Derek Bailey just brought up, and Rocky Marciano. And guess who's not on the list? Guess who's not even on the list? He cannot stay out of boxing long enough for his ass to even be put on the list. He got to keep boxing. That's it. Yep. Yeah. Derek Bailey said, yeah, 1800s they had mittens for gloves. Yeah. But the only reason I mention that is because I don't want, and I'm not knocking Pacquiao because Pacquiao can come back and get it done. I'm hoping the best for both of them. But I just don't want, a lot of people just don't have no concern for Pacquiao at all. They like, well, oh yeah, he a beast, man. Yeah, you can't mess with Pacquiao, but all right. I might be proven wrong. But if he gets his ass up in there and you see something, you're going to be like, ooh, boy, it just ain't going to look too good. It's not looking too good right now. Just not looking too good. But we'll probably still, like I said, we'll probably still end up with getting yeah, my boy Eagle's not in. Yeah, he said your boy Eagle, Floyd. Yeah, no, that's my boy right there. I should go see him, huh? Y'all want me to go see? Should I go see him? I wouldn't even know what to talk to him about. Well, to interview him, I wouldn't even really know what to talk to him about. I'd be too urged to be like, man, get your ass out of boxing. You know, I don't know. I told you it's only a couple of fighters. I don't even know if the fighters I told you that I would talk to that would be fun to talk to anymore. Some of them would not be as fun as I think. James Toney would be if he was more cognitive, would probably be my favorite interview. I would probably could talk to him like all day. Riddick Bowe, if he was more cognitive, I probably can talk to him all day. I could probably talk to Evander, but Evander would get more boring out of all of them. Who else? I'm just thinking, like an entertaining interview. Who would? It's just not too many right now. It's not. Let me see. I'm trying to go through weight classes. I would like to talk to Colbert. I would like to talk to Colbert. Just because he does stuff outside the box too. He does traditional stuff. I like that. Who else? It's not too many. They just seem boring, and I don't know. I had 2 questions, I'll be out. I'm good, I'm out. Just can't talk to him. Just come talk to him. Because I had a list. My list wasn't even big. My list was only like 3. Something like that. I had to erase a lot of people that I thought that would be cool to talk to. And I'm talking about present people, like the ones that's present day. But not if they're not cognitive. It's like, but if they still got that slippery mouth and all that and can talk, make you laugh and all that, and just talk about the old gym stories and stuff like that, that would be, that's the person I want to talk to. I don't want to talk to the excuse maker, the hider, all that. If you hiding or you making excuses, I wouldn't want to talk to you. Or if you just, oh yeah, oh man, don't make yourself try to make yourself look good by making somebody else look good. Stop it. Like Keith is like, oh man, he hits like stone, like he got stones for hands. Oh. Yeah, but why you didn't go to sleep then? If he hitting that hard, why ain't nobody sleeping so long? Stop it. Try to make yourself. He's trying to pad his own self, make himself look good. Oh, you better watch out, Earl. You don't know what you're getting into and all this. Come in, stop it. You got into it. Earl is too stupid to go into survival mode. If he was to get hurt, man, I'm just saying, if that happens, yeah. Okay, let me see. Lotta D done put her little words up. Lotta D said, I would talk to Trout. He said Laura and maybe Mel. I would just want to see how Mel is when he's calm. Damn. When Mel's calm, I don't know about that. When Derek Beatty hit you, Derek Beatty said, when is Mel calm at Lolla D? Yep. Yep, that's true though. Yeah, when is Mel calm? Yeah, when is Mel calm? Hey, y'all make sure y'all pick up a t-shirt though, man. Don't be just going by my store looking and stuff, man. Y'all mess up my analysis and stuff, man. I got some stuff in there that's reasonable too. Everything ain't expensive. I got some expensive stuff, but it's worth it. Yeah, that's funny though. You funny, Lala. Lala's but the Trout. But with the Trout, yeah, Trout. That's interesting, Lala. That's actually interesting. Trout. That would probably be a good interview. You probably could interview him for a long time. You know why? Because there's a lot. He has so much shit to happen to him. You know, that'd be a good interview just to find out. And another good interview, actually, because, and I'm gonna say this, what's Guerrera? I think he would be a good interview away from his dad. If he was away from his dad, I think he'd be a good interview. But he had to be away from his dad though, because I want to know about it. I want to ask him about his dad. I'm like. So I don't want his dad to be around, but just ask him a few things. He's actually he's a better guy than I thought he was. That's interesting. Laura, I don't know about the Laura though. Maybe Laura, but Trout for sure. That's a good one, Lala D. So Trout, yeah, for sure. Fighters that if I had to pick some from the past, it'd be Marvin Hagler right away. But the ones that are here today. If they're truthful, I would talk to Sugar Ray Leonard if he was truthful. If he's going to be deceptive now. And now this is one that you definitely would have on your list to talk to is Roberto Duran for sure. 100% for sure. And I know I'm going to get a thumbs up from Derek Bailey or Derek Bailey's going to be like, that's right. Or I'm going to get a 1 from Derek Bailey for sure. Yep. Yeah. I'm going to order what? Oh, okay, t-shirt. Yeah, I got a sale going on right now, man. So it should be automatic. Let me know if you don't get your sale because I got everything on sale right now. So I got 15% off. I think that's what the sale is. It says thank you or thanks 15. I think that's the code. But it should be automatic. It's supposed to be already activated. Yeah. But you're right. Yeah, I'm going to do. Okay. Yes. Lotta D said Derek. She said true. Scratch. She said scratch. Maybe Bud. I don't know. I couldn't talk to Bud. I don't know if Bud would have anything interesting enough for me. If Bud was not if he was with the PBC, I would interview him. But Bud is on too much that dumb shit for me. I don't know if I could mess with. Just him being with Aram. I don't know if I could do it, Lala. I don't know what happened to preventing the cough. She said, I hope he's not somewhere shaking. His defense was the worst I ever saw. God damn. Lala going in on him. Lala going in. Yeah. Yeah. But I'm going to read it out anyway, since y'all don't have too much of it. So I'm going to read what Derek said to Lala. He said, yeah, Mel seemed unstable to me. You never know what he might set him off. Yeah, you might mess around and interview him and get cracked, huh? Or, Lions only, motherfucker. You might get the Lions only. Bud would be interesting if you could get him to open up. I don't know. I don't know. Derek Beatty already, he said Ray wouldn't be truthful. Yeah, Durant is funny. Yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. I want somebody with stories. Derek, a lot of laughing at Derek. But yeah, Derek, I want somebody with stories. He said, yeah, Durant is funny. He would have a lot of stories. Oh, yeah, Durant, yeah. Durant, somebody who's like, he's still here. So somebody who just went through like a lot of like controversy and shit. Or I would like, because you remember the, like Ray, that's funny because Ray be truthful. You remember like, for instance, like Ray, the real Ray, Ray Charles, right? He went through so much shit. Like that would have been like a great interview. Not somebody outside of like a boxer. Of course, Ali always made a great interview. But just people that had to hang, people that had to get ushered in and out of cities and shit like that. And like even Hagler. So for Yasser, we talked about this before. Like when Hagler went over to the UK, he didn't even get his strap ceremony and nothing like that. He didn't get nothing because the Brits just started bombing him. And nobody's going to make me feel that Britain is not a racist ass country. And they try to act like, oh, the queen this and we're the proper, we're like the F that. Y'all just as racist as anybody else. And you know I don't talk about race because I don't believe in race. I believe everybody has a natural way of being, which is like a nation. You know what I mean? Everybody should have a nation, not just a race. Race is what causes us problems. Because if this nation was the United Nation state, the state of America, if it was a state, see, the United, first of all, it was not united. And if it is, the state of it, it can't be a united state. So what we call it United State, but it can't be a united state because the states aren't united. They have their own laws that are not even pursuant of the supreme law, which they're supposed to. All of them are supposed to. Any laws is supposed to follow the Constitution. The laws are supposed to go alongside with anything that is, written in the main law. It's not supposed to be, counter to or adjacent to. They're supposed to be pursuant in the same line. They're supposed to be parallel with that, with the laws, but it's not. So we call it USA, united, but we're not. Our states are not united. The people are not united. But if we were united, then we can have nations. But there's nothing wrong with having, instead of calling something else United Nations, the United States should have been United Nations. See? We shouldn't have been United States. We should have been United Nations. United Nations of United States. Right? Because that way that incorporates everybody who is united as a nation, and the states would have to honor that under the United of States. So the nations within states are respected just like the nations among this whole nation. That's just my opine. I know somebody gonna stomp on me for it. I hate you, Eagle. You don't know what the hell you talking about. Boo, boo, boo. Look at La. See, I would definitely choose Hearns to have lunch with. Hearns probably got some stories. But Hearns was so clean cut too, though, for me. I never heard of Hearns really getting in trouble, except for that one thing. Yeah, he got that one black eye though. Damn, he was in a big fight too that time. Who was he fighting? Was he fighting Hagler? Who was he fighting, Derek? When his brother got that charge, his brother didn't he get a murder charge or something like that? Yeah, Lord D said you're right. That's son Thea. The Almighty gave us a land. That's right, gave us a land in a nation. That's right, never been united. That's like the whole name is contradictory to itself. United, and we out there, and everybody's out there hollering about Black Lives Matter, White Lives Matter, everybody's life matter. Everybody wants to be so important. That's because they just do it their will and all that shit. Everybody wants to just be the most important. I don't want to be the most important. You can make me the least important here. As long as the Creator has me as being the greatest, I don't care. I can be the less. And believe me, the people that are here, the chosen people that are here, whether you believe it or not, they are the lesser people here. The real landowners are the lesser people here. and I can fight with anybody. I can debate with anybody. You're gonna lose right away. I don't even have to pull out a book to beat you. That's how solid. That's how solid I am. I don't have. You gonna pull out all kind of literature and all this bullshit, and I'm just gonna spill off the top of the dome, and I'm gonna destroy you. If you try to act like the lesser people aren't really the greater people here. So stop it. Don't play with ego. When you're gonna play with ego, you better bring some. You better be on not your A game. You better be on your excellent game. Because once I find one crack, is it. Okay, the Leonard rematch. That's what it was. Okay. Okay. Oh yeah, Maserati Rick. Yeah. That's something I ain't heard that in a long time. Look at Derek pulling out the archives. Derek said Maserati Rick. Yeah. Yep. But the Leonard rematch, yep, that's what it is. But our whole thing, like I said, I'm not against this state. And that's what people got to understand. Oh, he hates and this and that. Stop it. Stop saying I'm a certain way that I'm not. The people that know me, they know I'm not that way. I try to get people to really just think. I want you to think about our situation. Just like when I put up the thing with the skull and all that, and I was showing you the certain spots. What that does for boxing, for the fans, for us, is that show us that, even if we see a hard punch, we're probably in our mind, and once you see that, you'll be like, that probably won't be a knockout punch. We'll start. I didn't do it for you guys to start judging, though. Somebody get hit in the forehead and they go out like, oh shit, he got that BCD shit bad. And I know how my chat is. Because I got a few sick people in here, and I know how y'all get. Y'all be like, no, he got that BCD shit bad. Ego will get on him. He got hit. He got cracked in the forehead. Now, no. That was the whole idea. Those were just examples of, those are my opinion. My opinion of what, this is okay, and you should be okay here. This might be a little bit susceptible. This is more damaging, because the neck and everything else, I was just doing that. So if you see a knockout like that, because remember, there's body knockout, there's body shot knockouts that's worse, but they just don't damage your brain as bad. Well, actually, they do damage your brain because the one you get hit in the head, you don't remember. You get hit in the body, you always remember. That's what makes body so devastating, because you don't never want to take another one. Like, oh shit, just don't hit me in the body. I'm good. I'm fast. I'm keeping you off me, but just don't hit me in the body. Just don't want to remember that one, Derek. That shit's funny. Yeah, but Eagles Web, man, I got the best people to come in here. Handful of people that really mess with me. And then you guys that come in to try to just steal information. That's fine. You guys can come in and try to. Hopefully you're going to learn something. So, I don't know shit, but you're going to learn from somebody who don't know nothing. Your life is a mess. Because you're going to come in here and learn something that you didn't know. Then you come in and learn about Lincoln that you don't know. And just like you didn't need like I said, when you have emancipation, you don't need a proclamation. Think about it. There's kids that get emancipated. Are they getting emancipated proclamated to? Are they getting emancipation proclamation from the family? Or are they just getting emancipated? So we just got to think. We just got to understand, and then we got to, hopefully we can, hopefully we'll just get together on this whole thing. We won't, but just starting like little small discussions and groups and stuff for people. If you can find somebody who's actually going to listen to you, who's not too busy with work and everything else, because that's one of the distractions works. Once they work for 40 years to retirement, and they're not going to want to hear you after retirement. Yeah, I know. Well, what you going to do about it? All you're going to get is the story. Oh, what you going to do? That's all you're going to get. But you can meet, there's youngsters that want to know, and they get excited. They get excited. They be so happy. Oh, man, I didn't even know that, brother. They get excited. They get hyped. Can't nobody tell me nothing. That's right. That's the way you want to be. Because if you're a strong nation, that's the way you are. You're just like, don't disrespect us. You know what I mean? That's how you are. Nation versus nation. I don't care. I respect your nation. I know what. See, the thing is, when you respect the nation, you know about that nation, what that nation is capable of. You know about them. So your respect doesn't mean that you overlook them. The respect means that I know I respect who you are. I respect the fact. That don't mean I agree with you. I respect you, but that doesn't mean I agree with all your ways. I respect you, but I know you're a killer. That's it. People too scared to do it. They tell the truth about certain stuff, but other stuff, there's no truth. Yeah. Damn, Derek hard on Bud. He said Bud is fighting in October. Should be his last fight. Yeah, Bud needed to just wrap it up. He just killed he just killed his career, man. By not fighting for 2 years, he just killed his career. It's like, are you serious? All that over some stupid shit. You see what I mean? That wasn't even over nothing, Derek Bailey. What was that over? What was holding out and not fighting somebody over? Just to prove that you got so much of a bank? You ain't on pay-per-view. Oh, I'm the biggest star. I'm the best welterweight. I'm this and that. But you ain't even on pay-per-view. And that, man, get out of here with that. Eagles air is out, man. My shout out to all the real people that I see. And my shout out to all y'all that mess with me. Y'all know what it is. It's Wednesday. What I say, Wendy's. And I don't go to Wendy's, so don't y'all believe that. It's Wednesday. It's Wednesday. Y'all know what it is, man. Yeah, nothing but blessings. I know Derek got something else on top rate. It's supposed to be the end of the contract. Okay, but Bud, I don't know. He gonna be insignificant if he don't get somebody. He gonna have to get Earl. He gonna have to get a name. That's all I can say, brother. He gonna have to get a name, man. I'm not mad, but you gotta get a name, brother. Get your ass a name. And I'm not 100% on that, that he's going to, how great he's going to do. So hopefully he's going to do great. Oh, no, he's full of shit. He deserves 60%. See, he's delusional. If he wasn't delusional, he'd be all right. Yeah, Bud wasn't on that. If Bud wasn't on that bull, he'd be all right. If he wasn't on that, he's still stuck on that. Because he got, you know what it is too, and before I get out of here, you know what it is? He's in a certain part of the world. And I don't talk about where people live, but he's in a certain part of the world where the hearsay shit is stronger than it is somewhere else. Or the opinions are stronger. So if somebody can say it, like, I'm not going to blame Bomac or nobody else, but if somebody can say, oh, yeah, man, you deserve that money. You a 60 fighter, son. 60 or 70, no less than 60. You got somebody that's shouting at you like that, then you're not being a realist. Because now you're skipping. You can't afford to skip paydays over something like that. You're going to skip paydays because somebody say you about that action? Oh, you about that action, son? Yeah. And you're going to skip paydays because of that? Man, you making me miss paydays because you got me, setting myself up to think that I need a certain amount of money. Stop it. Stop that shit. He can get, and matter of fact, those are good points, brother. He can fight those and then get some money. He said Bud should fight Thurman and then Garcia to get some respect. That's right. Put some respect on his name. That's it. Got to put some respect on his name. Man, 70. Yeah, but that's what it is, brother. They getting behind me. They all hyped up. Give me 60 at minimum, man. 70, 80, man. Earl ain't nobody. Got this whole crew. His crew is like out there, but they don't understand. You in where you in? Huh? You in Nebraska. Stop it. When has a Nebraskan fighter deserved 70% over another champion? Huh? Did he get 70% over Horn? Let's just stop. Let's just stop. They're crying. They're saying, 70 Eagle. Yeah. 70, brother. Got to get that 70 in there, man. I need that 70 right now, son. All right, man. Y'all making me stay, man. I got to get out. I got to get the hell up out of here, man. I got to get up out of here, man. Peace to all y'all, man. I'm going to catch y'all, man. That damn Derek Bailey's a fool. That's my new one right there. D to the Bailey.